Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Brother Marines, Brother Marines, Brother Mara, Brother Ba. We've returned again on the day of which that it is today. It's night. We've returned on the night of which it is this night. Two's night. The night of which that we have reunited. I, Slathe the Space Marine, have completely lost most of my spirit, will, and drive, and appreciation and joy for most of the things that I do, but yet, here I am, still doing them. Again. More. Welcome on in, welcome on in. Will this be the last stream of the channel and we never make them ever again? I don't know, we'll decide. Will Slathe bring back Fallout Friday? I don't know. Probably not, because people didn't participate. So, what are we going to do today? I don't know. Diablo. We're going to play Diablo. We're going to play Diablo. I mean, what else? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I don't ask for a lot from people. I don't ask for a lot. I suppose maybe I ask for too much. You know? Maybe I ask for too much. It's very rare that you would ever see me asking for things, and I'm not asking for things. You know, the thing that I ask for, really. And maybe this is asking for too much. I don't know, maybe I just ask for people's time. Maybe I just ask for people's company. And maybe that's why that's too much to ask for. And why that isn't a thing. But people would be more willing to toss me a couple bucks than they would be to come and hang out. Because time is far more valuable than money. So, I don't know, maybe that makes me go away. I don't know. I don't know why they do it. I don't get it. But what I do get is a series of confusing mixed messages from people. My favorite of all, the mixed messaging that I get from people who say that they're interested in the content that I do on the channel, in the streams that I do on the channel, in me and my personality, and that they say that they would wish to see X, Y, and Z type of content or streaming or me saying my opinions. Yet they never show up. So they're full of shit. Hi, I'm Slathe the Space Marine, and let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. We're gonna play some we're gonna play some I mean, it doesn't really matter. Why does it really matter? Do I need to even say the game's title correctly? Do I even need to say anything at all? Are any of you fucking listening? Seriously. Really? 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 Why do I have to portray a human being that makes sense? So, hey Curry. Welcome in, Curry. Curry's here. We've got Curry. We got Curry here. The AI clone of Slathe will come soon. You shut your whore mouth. You shut your whore mouth, Jackler. You. Love you, buddy. All right. Hey, welcome in. AI Slathe. Wait. Have you guys seen AI Slathe? I've been, I am now guilty of every so often when I'm bored, I'll go on to some image to AI video generating thing, and I've totally been I am not making anything. Doing that does not make me an artist. Being broke and a nobody makes me an artist. Huh? So, alright. You've seen the AI Bloodhounds, but have you seen AI Slathe? So hold on, let's find a media file here. Let's add something in. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Let's find something fun. Something I'm working on here. And most of these are absolute trash. Just gonna be 100% with it. Absolute trash. What's this one? I don't even know. Oh, I know what that's meant to be. Okay. Alright. So this is Slathe in the Echo. Right? That right there is Slathe in the Echo. At the moment that he's rescuing Leo from Arrow. Yeah, I know these names are confusing, but I don't give a shit. So this is him showing up, and he's manifesting all of the memories he's had of all the Bloodhounds, and the outsiders from the other edge of the Echo all gather behind him, and his memories create the forms, create the beings, essentially respawn the entire chapter all behind him. So essentially it's not just him that's going to face off with Arrow, it's every single one of them. The ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan. Right, they're all coming in to go and fight Arrow at once. Now, so there's this one, but there's also a couple other ones. Now, this one, let's see, what's this? Okay, so this is weird, but that is Leo. That is Leo entering the Echo for the first time. And he's seeing Arrow's world tree and all the creatures and life that's inside this universe that he's created inside the Echo. Hey Jackler, guess what? There's new Bloodhounds lore. So there's here's Leo inside the Echo. I'm gotta have something else here that's good. Come on. There's gotta be something else here that's good. There's gotta be something else here that I've made that's not smut. Okay, here we go. This one. This one.
This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to...
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he just said there. Because I can't hear it.
This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent. This is where you are wrong, brother.
Wait, why didn't it...
I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent.
The Chrysogrim belongs to me? Okay.
This is where you are wrong, brother.
What?
I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother.
Wait, is it gonna do that
I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother.
But I turned it off.
I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong, brother. I am the heir apparent. The Chrysogrim belongs to... This is where you are wrong,
doing that?
brother.
Stop
I am
that.
the heir apparent.
No,
the
stop.
Chrysogrim belongs to...
But I deleted you. Okay, so that is from Irie and Leo's confrontation. After Leo steals the Chrysogrim, Irie chases him down, and on the planet, they have this fight. They have this fight in the rain, which I would want to say, if the Leo and Irie fight over the Chrysogrim, the one where in the new lore, because I mean Leo's gotten his blindfold several different ways now. In this one, when he loses the fight to Irie, and he gets slashed across the face, and he has this blindfold on, right? So if you ever see me doing a Space Marine and I've got a red blindfold on, I'm playing Leo. So Slathe has white hair, and he's not blind. So anyway, the soundtrack to the fight between the two of them.
Falling gently down on the terrain. Wash away the sorrow, all the stains of time. But there's no memory, it's only dry inside. In the mud and sinking deeper into a peaceful life, and it will come like a flood of rain, pouring down on me.
Yeah.
And it will not let up until the end is here, and it will come.
This is Irie expressing his absolute fucking fury right now over Leo stealing the Chrysogrim, stealing his right, stealing what he deserves, and his proper position in the Bloodhounds. And he's going to now face and kill his brother over a sword. And then they fight. And then they fight. Right, let me just George Lucas that for a second. And then they fight. And he's like, "You're my brother, I love you." Right? And then they fight. Do I got any more of these? Come on. You know what? This is fun. What's this?
I am Slathe Darkseer, Space Marine of the Bloodhounds chapter, instructing you to subscribe to Dark Pact Gaming on YouTube.
Okay, that's what that is. Alrighty then. That's what that was. That is what that was. What's this now? What the fuck? What is this? What? Oh, from that time that I was, like, really desperate for some money. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well,
At the end, we'll go get our beefcake juice. Of course, if you wish to, and have the ability to, help support me and these workout streams, type !wish list into the chat, which will bring you to the Amazon wish list, with such items to help these workouts, like whey protein powder. We can edit it in later. Or creatine, and others. Or, if you would want to help in other ways, there are also such things as, don't worry, we'll edit it in after, a Goku costume, a Vegeta costume, a Borat mankini, and others. This one will just be black with a question mark.
Now, it's absolutely true. I really do need that Goku costume or Vegeta costume, right? At this point.
Ah, yes. I, the Prince of all Space Marines, have returned. That's right. Me, Prince Vegeta, the Prince of all Space Marines. That's right. It is my birthright given to me, my father, King Space Marine Vegeta, that I will be the most powerful, the most recognized, and definitely the coolest with the best hair. That's right. That's me. That's this guy. I have an M on my forehead. I, Prince Vegeta, am here, alone, to face all of you.
Could Darkseer have defeated all of Necromunda if he was on creatine? They got him. They got him when he ran out of creatine. Yeah, that's when they got him. He ran out of creatine. But you know, Jackler, I'm just gonna see if you're gonna own up to this right here. Jackler, will you accept responsibility? Actually, you know what? Here, you know what? I'm gonna do something that I don't often do. I'm gonna do something wild, okay? And you know what? Open invite. If you're a channel member, or I think that if you're an admin or a mod, you should just be able to have the right to do it. If not, just tell me. Or I mean, well, I could go in the After Dark room. I could go in the After Dark room. That one has a little bit more moderation, where I have to give you a role to be able to speak in the After Dark room. I am like reverse Agent Smith, where it's like, what good is a phone call if you're unable to speak? Where it's like, oh, what good is it being in this voice chat if you're unable to speak? And then I let them speak. So I'm like, that makes me like a good guy, right? Hey. That's right. Sydney Sweeney, give me a shout out. Right? You know, come on over, right? You know, we can hang out, right? We can give glares, right? We can have people question our views of Aryan supremacy. So I'm going to go into the member voice chat here. Wow, what a wonderful christening to the member voice chat. What a wonderful christening. You know what? This belongs on the stream. This belongs on the stream. So if you enter into the Bloodhounds chapter member voice chat, so you have to be a member to be in the voice chat, or you have to be a mod, I'm pretty sure. I think. If I'm wrong, then I'll fix it. But when you go into the member voice chat in the server, this is what is going to grace your eyes when you enter into that chat, okay? This is the type of content we have here on the Discord for the channel, okay? Once you go into that voice chat, you are going to see this. You are going to see Navi Sarah Connor from the Avinator movies, right? Yeah, okay. All right, let's play some Diablo. Let's play some Diablo. You know what? Rip, you're not a member? Oh, come on. How do we get Curry to become a member? How do we do this? Where's Potato when we need him? Right? Where's Potato when, like, we really need him, right? Like, where are our heroes, huh? Where are these unsung heroes when we really need them, right? Maybe Potato is the last airbender, and when we needed him most, he vanished.
Curry's not a member, I can't believe it.
Oh, fuck me. Holy, scared the living fuck out of me. Oh my god, that voice. I've not heard it so long. That laugh. I know that laugh.
I approach very silently. I levitate, actually. I don't really walk anymore.
Holy shit, that was Sneak 100. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Oh, how are you doing?
Hey, man. It's been a while.
It's been a bit. It's been a little bit.
It has been a bit, yeah.
It's been a couple winks. It's a shame, it's a shame After Dark kind of went the way it did. Maybe we'll bring it back one day, but you've been busy, so I understood that totally. And AR kind of fucked it up. So
yeah, what happened to AR? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's actually a big manager, man.
Oh, he's got a lot of work.
Yeah.
He's got the Big Man Factory.
He's working Big Man Factory. He's got the big name tag, right? With that, and he's real important right now, and so he wasn't able to show up. But there was, but I don't know. Did you ever see that time where it was AR and then he starts answering a phone call, and he didn't realize he didn't unmute himself, and he dropped N-bombs and everything.
that was due to me.
You see, yeah. After Dark kind of went away shortly after that for unexplained reasons.
Listen, see, if we don't talk about it, nobody will know. You private the video, right? Nobody will find it.
Oh, no. I'm going to go the other way around it. I leak and sprinkle a little bit about it here and there. So then people they go back and they try to find it, right? And then they start watching a few of the After Darks and then they get hooked. Then they start watching more and they go back to the old ones. They go back to DTSD. They go back to all the moments, all the times. And I think that, you see, do you know how much people have tried to find the live stream where I get blackout drunk, I strip down to my skivvies, pass out on my bed, and my dick falls out? Do you have any idea how many times people have tried to find it, but they can't?
Of course I know him. He's me.
That's what's DTSD? Oh, well, Kurt, DTSD is drinking till self-destruction. Essentially, that's when, if you see me live streaming, I'm drinking beers and I'm singing Disney songs or Deja Vu. That's probably DTSD. And at that point, it's pretty much just a drunken hangout.
It's always the same. It's always the same songs because we got the same playlist still.
It's the same songs, it's the same playlist, and it's the same dance routine, and it's the same. Everything's the exact same. It's pretty much a performative. It's a performative act at this point. It's
it's insanity, is what it is.
Yes. Until then, there's the ones where I get so drunk, and then we start watching political videos and protests and stuff. And then I'm giving my opinions, and I'm like, wah! Then I'm throwing up or passing out on the keyboard. Whatever happens, right? Am I sending people, the unsolicited Ds? Maybe not on a DTSD just yet, but there's always room for expansion, right? This article could be expanded, ladies.
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to help expand it? So Slathe privated it. Well, I mean, I think that I didn't need to private it. It privated itself naturally with gravity and drunkenness. Yeah. So yeah. Yay! Improvu After Dark. Just don't tell AR, okay? He'll get totally jealous. I'll never hear the end of it. It'll be like that black guy from Dexter. I'll be getting those looks from AR. He'll be doing the thing and everything, and I'll be like, "Oh shit, he knows." And he'll be like, "What did you do? Have you streamed lately? Have you done anything new?"
Streaming, there's something fucking off about you, Slathe.
I smell spices. Not quite Argentinian. Brazil.
Brazil.
It smells like the cartels and... Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll avoid that. Yeah, the internet has definitely gotten rid of all of any sort of blank spot of innocence in that context for me. Thank you, internet. Don't check out shock sites. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Don't go on Facebook, man. You can go on Facebook nowadays, and you'll just see like a guy getting like executed by fucking Al Qaeda or something.
Facebook. Which one's really bad for it right now? Is it X because they stopped doing whatever, or it's definitely not Blue Sky. You know, Blue Sky is pretty much every post is going to be either a black square or a rainbow, right? When you go on,
Yeah.
that's pretty much, those are the only two approved posts on Blue Sky. But Facebook's like, you know how they say love is a battlefield? Well, Facebook's a battlefield.
Yeah.
I actually I might be, you know me. I do a little bit of trolling. I do a little bit of trolling. I do a little bit of trolling.
It's called trolling. We do a little bit of trolling.
We do a little bit of trolling. We do it on Facebook. Shame it has to be on Facebook. I'd much rather be on a much better place.
It has to be on Facebook, and they got this guy. They got Slathe Darkseer. He's a great space marine. He's one of the best bloodhound. And they send him Necromancer. Necromancer is a horrible place.
It's a horrible place. They don't send their best to Necromancer, but they do send Slathe, so I guess they do. And but so we were on Facebook, but I don't like it very much. So that's why I'm making my own social media. It's called Checkbook. And you can flip through all of your checks. Okay, that joke didn't go very far. YouTube privated it. No comment. The video totally happened, but I will not help you find it. And if it's been deleted or privated since then, well, that's for you to find out, and for me to know, and just to enjoy myself. Fun. So yeah, it's been some changes since you have been away. Yeah, maybe just game lineup, I suppose. And I suppose
I got fucking replaced by a robot.
Why did you talk like AR right there?
That is not what he sounds like.
He can sound like that sometimes. Oh, I'm getting replaced by a robot at work.
It's more like Wilford Brimley, diabetes.
You're being diabetes. Diabetes
Yes.
is the best. He is the single greatest Star Wars character that wears glasses in the entire universe. He saved that little girl.
Yesterday I ran out of ice cream and I struck my wife. Later I found out that my wife's been dead for 3 years. Who the hell did I hit?
It's an oldie. It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. That's damn. That is what, 2017? Trying to dating our memes here. I thought you were the meme librarian. What happened? What happened? Getting rusty, old man.
Go.
Stopped memeing and you started teaming. I don't know. Started being a teamster or something.
Yeah. That's why I sleep all day. I'm doing the proper teamster grind.
I mean, you need your teamsters, you need your blue collars, and you need your white collars. But you also need your teamsters to get your products to all the different areas to distribute them to the blue collar and white collar, as well as to be involved in shipping out the waste. So, like, you need these areas of your city, or else your city planning system isn't going to quite function. That's why. It's just... Man, I played that game too much. What was that? What even was it? It was City Life. It was this, like, you remember, like, like SimCity, those city builder games? You start off with, like, some houses and a school and, like, the power plant, and oh no, now they're all choking on asbestos or something, right? It was this one where not only do you have to, like, build your city, build your roads, build your types of buildings in the different zones and make sure everything works out, but there would be 3 different types of people in your town where there'd be like white collar, or like 4. It would be like white collar, blue collar, Teamsters, I think, or I don't know, or is that fucking that? What's that like? I don't know, tropical. Is that Tropico that I'm thinking of with the Teamsters?
I did play a bit. Yeah, Tropico did have Teamsters. I distinctly remember that. I played a bit of Tropico 4, I think it was.
Okay, maybe that was Tropico. But in this one, you had the blue collar, white collar, and like undesirables or something it was called. Right? So like homeless and bums and stuff. And like, so you would have the part of town where the, like, you know, the C-level executives live and all the rich people. The part of town where all, like, the fucking, like, the trade workers and laborers work. And then the part of town where it's just, like, a bunch of homeless bums. And, like, you'd have to balance this out because they would, like, fuck, that game was ridiculous. I mean, probably absolute trash, considering that must be, like, that's gotta be, like, 15 years ago, so that game's probably gonna suck. Then again, I mean, I am playing Diablo 3, so I can't really talk right now, I think.
Tropico's still around. They do make new games still. I think, like, Tropico is, like, 5 or 6 just came out, like, a few years ago, like, 1 or 2 years ago.
How can it only be 5 or 6? The one I played was Tropico 3.
We're on 6 right now, my man.
Like, I played it on...
Old.
I played it on...
Old.
No, it's not that. They should be way further, is what I'm saying. There should be so many more. Like, if this game was a really good city-building sim. I thought it was pretty good, right? And
I agree.
And the soundtrack, you know, it had just... You were just having a good time when you were just playing that game. You just had so much fun. And... What was it? Yeah, like... 3 was out on what? I have it on like 360. If I've got that game on like 360, right? Like, that's like ancient hardware at this point. That isn't 360 technically retro now? People listening to this.
I mean, it's like over 10 years, over like nearly what, like 15 now or something.
But like, when you think of retro gaming, 100%. What? Name the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah,
Console.
you usually think of something like, you know, like old, like the SNES or like an Atari or something like that. Usually think of something like that.
You think of something that's right at the forefront of gaming, right? You could even think of like Pong paddles, right? Like, you might not have ever even seen them in your life, but you know about them, and you're like, yeah, Pong paddles. That was like the first video game or something, right? And then it's like retro video gaming. But then now it's like retro video gaming. It's like, wow, is that a Nintendo DS? Wow, is that a Nintendo 3DS? 3DS is... How old's the 3DS, buddy?
Yeah.
It's retro gaming! Welcome to retro gaming. Now all games are Monkey Island. At least to the, you know, aging millennials. So...
Jesus, yeah, no, 2005 was the 360. That's over 20 years old now.
Yeah. The Xbox
That's over 20 years
360
old.
is old enough to have its own kids.
Yeah.
And those kids are playing PlayStation, probably, because they're getting... Aren't
They're
PlayStation...
playing the PlayStation 2.
Well, yeah, Dad's raising them right. But they're playing all the games, because I think, you might know this, you're in the loop a little bit more than me. Is PlayStation getting all of Microsoft's games, but PlayStation isn't playing ball and sharing their games with Microsoft?
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So, recently a lot of Xbox exclusive games, or, well, not exclusive per se, but, you know, the only console they were on was Xbox. They've started showing up more and more on PlayStation. The next Halo game, which is going to be is a shitty remake, so I wouldn't bother with it, but the next Halo game is going to be on PlayStation for the first time ever.
You know,
and the opposite has not really happened, because they've put a few like PlayStation games on like PC and Xbox, but it seems to be that their plan going forward is they're going to start not doing that anymore.
Let's be honest, though, and I know this probably isn't technically accurate, but nobody gives a shit about Crash Bandicoot. Right?
I didn't care much about it.
He's not technically like okay, when I think of Crash Bandicoot as a PlayStation character, he is a PlayStation character. But technically he's not, right? Isn't he like a rare character or something like that? So like technically
so,
he's
yeah.
not. So okay, but he totally is, because that's how they marketed him. They marketed him as being anti-Nintendo and on PlayStation's side. They got a fucking mascot to go around and go, "Hey, Nintendo, I'm Crash Bandicoot," in the commercial. So, like, he's a PlayStation character. But you know what? If he showed up on Xbox, I wouldn't give a shit. Nobody would, because nobody gives a fuck about Crash fucking Bandicoot. And that's why characters like Snake Plissken and characters that were on the PlayStation back in the day have avoided being PlayStation characters because they're Konami characters, they're Capcom characters, Sony can get fucked. And now, what do we get? What do we have? What, Kratos? Who fucking cares? Kratos?
Yeah.
Man,
You
Kratos...
got Kratos, you've got... The only remaining, like, big name is Ratchet and Clank. Like, that's it.
Yeah, but those guys are fucking... They're like a treasure to PlayStation. Ratchet and Clank, that like elf guy and his ferret homosexual partner, right? Whatever. Those guys are critical to the wrench cranking ferret fucking partnership of PlayStation, and so that's why like they have to stay on the PlayStation. Because, like, they should actually, like, put Ratchet and Clank right on, like, the disc tray or something. Wait, do PlayStations even still have disc trays? Actually, are disc trays even a thing anymore? Like, my computer doesn't have a disc tray. Do PlayStations have disc trays, or is it all just virtual now? You put a code in. It's gotta be all virtual.
Is that a internet hiccup there? But no, I think you're thinking of Jack and Daxter. Not Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, Jack and Daxter. That's the elf with the homosexual ferret. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Which one's Ratchet and Clank, or which one?
Ratchet is like this little furry guy, and Clank is a robot.
So one is a furry, and the other one's binary or non-binary. So. What have we done?
He's a man, a real man.
Oh man, it's been in the DNA of it all along. Oh, it's just like what they did to Star Trek. They didn't do anything. No. Oh my
yeah,
God.
Via, what are your, as a Star Trek fan, so you're a Star Trek guy, I wanted to ask you, what's your opinion on the new the Starfleet Academy show?
That's what I was alluding to earlier. So let me tell you a little story here. Let me just share a little story. So, I've been following along, on the side, watching, channels like, is it like Disparu and maybe Arch and things like, what are we calling them? What is the label for them? Is that the Chud crowd? Is that
Internet Hitlers, because everyone I don't like is Hitler.
Right. But I mean, like, just so that way I'm not mincing words here, and I'm just saying exactly who I'm talking about. That crowd, like, who else would have? I don't know. I don't think did Critical Drinker even touch on it? I don't remember him. I don't remember him mentioning it once. But either way, so I was watching one of their videos, and this still frame came on of there's a character in that show that's an alien hologram, and she's played by some rapper or somebody who looks totally degenerate as fuck, and they're playing this hologram alien thing, and they look like they've got Down syndrome. I'm just gonna say it, but there's this screenshot of them in this episode where they all get drunk, including the hologram. And this picture, like, okay, the face on Pot of Greed?
Yeah.
That. She's doing the face of Pot of Greed, like, straight up. It's like, hold on, I wonder if I've got to have this. I must have screenshotted it. I've got to still have it, sort of thing. So I've got to just show you this if you don't know what I'm talking about. So right now, so this is Starfleet Academy, right? This is the new show. It's got, what, Elastigirl from fucking, The Incredibles in it as the captain, and she doesn't wear socks or doesn't wear her shoes or something.
Yeah, I remember that. She just, like, fucking, like, lounges on the chair.
She lounges on the chair. There's the female Jemadar, and people saying, you know, it's impossible. It's 800 years later. All the wonderful things. Starfleet is.
I remember seeing there's like a scene where a character mentions like there were like a bunch of people on this planet starving or something, even though that was part of Star Trek lore is that there's no hunger because you could just replicate shit. So why would people starve?
Well, so here's this image. I posted this image in a group called called Lovers of Deep Space Nine, right? So Deep Space Nine is one of the Star Trek shows from, I think, the late 90s. It followed the one with Patrick Stewart. And so, okay, so here's this image. And I'm just going to just blow it up on the screen here. And so I sent this picture to the Deep Space Nine group, and I wrote, Star Trek, the Emissary. Because in this show, Starfleet Academy, there's this character, I forget her name, but she's this hologram, and she is an emissary of her people to the Federation, and so that way they can learn if they like people, biologicals, or whatever, right? Like, sure, like, you know, like, I'm not totally, having a problem with this. It's all fine. An alien hologram thing that wants to learn if it can, we've done that before, but you know what, we can walk in the same footsteps again. That's totally okay to tell the same story 20 million years later in TV years, right? So then what happens is she learns about the character Benjamin Sisko from Deep Space Nine. Do you know who Sisko is, Jackler?
Yeah, I know about him. I know a little bit about Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. So Sisko, essentially he's Space Jesus, and he is the emissary to the space gods of the space Jews in Deep Space Nine. Like, if people who have, like, I know what I just said sounded really, really broad brushy, but anybody who watched the show will be like, yeah, and the Cardassians are the Nazis, and the Bajorans are the space Jews, and their space gods are real, and Sisko is Space Jesus. He is even like half their son or whatever, right? Like, they had a child with a person just like Jesus or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's that, straight up, okay? And he is the emissary. So she learns about Benjamin Sisko, and there's this real weird sort of, like, on a pedestal idolization, like this really weird hero worship sort of thing. It's almost kind of like, I almost want to say it's like they put up a picture of George Floyd in the middle of the thing. In the middle of the episode, if you get kind of where I'm going with this, like, there was this weird idealization on Benjamin Sisko out of nowhere for like no real reason. 800 years later, right? Like, there's all these questions. And then she goes, oh, I'm an emissary, and he's an emissary. I'm just like Benjamin Sisko. And she starts, like, getting drunk and getting in bar fights. And just, okay, in Mystery Men, when Ben Stiller jumps on top of the car and goes, rah, and screams up into the air, and he's really angry. So, like that, she's doing that sort of thing with the camera, like, you know, going up from the ceiling. And the character's just retarded, right? So I put this picture up in his Deep Space Nine group, and all I wrote was Star Trek the Emissary. Okay? Now, this story has a sequel as well. So first off, there was people who laughed at it and people who loved it and were like, "Oh man, this is funny. This is terrible. Look what they're doing. You know, look what they've done to my boy. They've massacred my boy. Like, wow, like, you know, blatant attempts to try to, you know, grab onto the ankles of something that isn't drowning to save yourself. Like, all these things. And then of course the people who were pretty much going OP racisms. you know what I mean? Like immediately,
Yeah.
like there was this real crazy divide, and it was this post went like within like I think it like I don't know if it was like an hour or if it was like a day, but it was like it was shared a tons of times, like like thousands of some reaction. Like it was crazy. This post, like I never get this kind of traction on a Facebook post, and a social media. Not gonna say what it was on. It was on checkbook. Just strike that for the record, okay? So then and then straight up actually, that group timed me out from the group for a month after that post. They kept the post, but I was timed out for a month. And over the course of that month, and over the course of months since, there have been several copycat posts posting the exact same picture in lower quality with the exact same thing that I wrote over and over and over again.
You hate to see it.
I like, like it's been crazy. Like it's like, wow, that's they're all copycat posts. And then of course when you look at all the posts, all of them strangely are from Bangladesh for some reason. But yeah. Star Trek. I would hope for better from Star Trek. I wasn't very pleased with what I saw and heard.
We can't hope for much of anything nowadays.
You really can't. Like sometimes it seems like things are for points, like and cred, and then sometimes it's also just how can we appropriate this, right? Like where there's virtue signaling, where it's okay. Virtue signaling would be a company going, Black Lives Matter, don't smash my windows, bro. Right? That would be virtue signaling to the point in to a business or corporate level, TV show level, right? Pointing at you and screaming while all the town looks at you in unison and chases after you like pod people, that is the appropriation of a franchise where it's like, all right, we have the IP and the license and the name. Now let's put a woman in it and make it lame and gay. Right? Like that's, you know what I mean? It's not the oh, we're on your side. Don't shoot me, bro. It's the we've got it. We can now use it to for either manipulation or to destroy it.
Anything
I don't know what to label that one. Maybe I don't know. Sinister and evil and fucked. So, yeah. Jeez. So it's a shame what happened to the Fallout streams, hey? Fallout? It's a shame.
Yeah, Fallout, everybody Fallout.
Dangerous land.
I hate to think that
See, now any minute now, Slathe is gonna make like a Fallout Tuesday or something, and then he's gonna go like, well, I said that there's gonna be no more Fallout Friday. I never said anything about Fallout Tuesday.
That is the second time that I've been accused of such a thing. And while it is within a plausible and reasonable and probable thing that sounds like something I would do.
Because I think you've done it before.
Well, there was Wasteland Wednesday way back when. Right? There was what? There was Mojave Monday, right? When I was playing 3 in New Vegas at the time. Back when I turned Sharon into you, every time I would put him into like Dark Angel armor. Do you remember this? And were you there for that? I put him into Dark Angel armor because I was like, who in this game is Jackler? Sharon. And it's just like, yes. And then in the suit, I was like, yeah, that's Jackler. Yeah, this is perfect. There was nothing perfecter than that, except for the fact that I had to rename him every time. And if he died, I had to like make sure to get his shit, or I had to like respawn everything back in. What a nightmare that was, using console commands. I hate using console commands in those games. One, it sucks. It's not intuitive. And the only reason you would want to do that is maybe to just do, like, testing, performance, or reconnaissance. Damn, what do I want to get here? Rings. Let's just...
What? I didn't even know I had.
I cannot afford
that. Oh, fuck is this? Band of... There was one ring. This ring occasionally haunts nearby enemies. What the fuck does that mean? The fuck does that mean? Right, though,
you gotta
but
find out, huh?
yeah, but like it's not as good as what. Well, I mean, it's kind of better in ways, but like it's not as good as what I have. Because I'd have to modify it to make it better. But like, what the fuck? I hate when I get an item in these games and then I have to like do homework and to find out what it means. Right, like essentially, like it's like here's an item in the game and here's what it does, and you read the explanation and then you're sitting there like. Yeah, but why did it get burned? Why did it get burned? Like what does that mean?
It doesn't tell you shit, yeah.
It doesn't explain a thing. There are some that are, like, you know what? There are some items that you just kind of go, what? Like, how about this? Here's one. Pig sticker. Its special attribute is squeal with an exclamation point. Squeal.
Yeah, it's the Borderlands method. Whenever you have like a Borderlands legendary, it just says some random fucking text, and you gotta figure out what it does when you shoot the gun.
You wanna know what this one does? It makes pig
What does it
noises every so often, randomly.
Well, see, that alone is worth it.
It's... This game has some fucking crack in it. Like, this game is on crack. And, I don't know, like, a buddy of mine got me the DLC for it. I was not gonna spend the money. Wait a second, is my guy wearing, like, booty shorts? Can I... Wait a second. Are those his thighs, or is that thigh armor?
Slathe Queen.
It kind of looks like he's just got, like, leather straps there, and he's not wearing, like, is that thigh meat? Maybe if I turn him around. Oh, no, that doesn't help, because now he's wearing his hoodie, you know, like a little cape. Okay, I can't tell. Fuck, get out of the way, you fucking golem, jeez. You know, I was gonna say in Diablo 2 that the Necromancer was Jewish, because he has a golem, you know, he uses mana as his, like, main attribute, right? But in Diablo 3, they change his attribute to essence. Right? Did you ever wonder why is mana, like what the Jews ate in the was that in the desert?
This would imply that necromancers are not wizards.
Necromancers are not wizards, because wizards use mana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's even weirder? You know how like a wizard regenerates essence?
Mm-hmm.
A wizard doesn't. Sorry, a necromancer doesn't. You have to, like, hit them, and you have to, like, do things to regenerate it, like Fury, without the... And there's seemingly no way to get it to just auto-regenerate. I love this class, but I hate this class. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you played Diablo 3? Are you a Diablo 3?
Not 3, no. I played a bit of 4, and that's about it.
2? Or 1? It's okay to say no shame. No judgment.
I played a bit of Diablo 4, and that's it.
Just Diablo 4. Okay. That's the only one I've never played. I've seen it, and then I watched it, and I was like, nah, not for me. And it's like, oh, what's the deal? What's the deal? I don't like you running around on a horse on a giant map where you're running through enemies. This looks stupid. Right? Like, this isn't Diablo to me. What the fuck are you doing? And it's like, oh, okay. Fair enough. And that was all I needed to say.
The main gameplay comes from, like, the dungeons and stuff, and I would say that's more similar to the older ones a bit more. And, you know, like, when you're at, like, endgame Diablo, you're walking through enemies and they're dying in 2 seconds, right?
Well, I've got some plans here in this third game. Because I am playing this game with still a lot of, like, wide, fresh eyes. Because I've played a fuck ton of 2. I played it back when, right? And over the years. And then 3, I played a little bit, and then it kind of, like, stopped being cool, and I stopped playing it. And then, you know, played it on the side on Xbox, right? So then now, coming back and playing it again, and actually getting far in the game, and finding some things that I'm really interested in kind of, in sinking a little bit of my time into here. Like, I got this thing here. It's an item socket thing. You put it into your item, and it makes the item level 1. And it doesn't matter if it's like, end game stuff. It makes it level 1, and it gives a shit ton of experience gain. So I'm wanting to test this out by getting it up to the certain level, putting it on a level 1 character with, like, a select set of skills, right? And then going and fighting, like, the easiest monster in the game, killing one of them and seeing how many levels it gets in one kill. Right? I kind of want to see what'll happen when you bring that character to that scenario and just have it just go, alright, and level 70. Like, in 5 minutes. If that's even... And as far as I understand this thing, you can keep leveling it up and up and up and up to, like, I have it at level 15. I'm pretty sure I can get it 10 times that. So, I don't know if that's adding... I don't know what integer I need to add to, like, multiply the final bonus on that. But... this gonna get good, is what I'm saying. This gonna get good.
Alright.
Yeah. So you played 4. You know Thorns then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can describe this character in this sense. Minions, thorns. Minions and thorns.
So you're just sitting there doing nothing, taking
Nope.
damage from giving damage out through the thorns, and let the minions do everything.
If I was, yes,
Because to me, I think that's the only way to play Necromancer.
kind of. Thanks to my equipment. But let me advance on that. Thanks to my equipment, such as this pair of boots, as the white boys say online, what are those, Jackler? These allow me to run through enemies unhindered, so I can just run through them like air. And they don't matter. So I can just run around and do whatever, and so I don't have to just stand there. I can start kiting around massive things and grouping them into like mobs until they're like layered on top of each other, and then doing area massive effect stuff and having a stupid amount of thorns damage where it's, stop hitting yourself, the game. While teleporting around because I'm not a wizard. Wait, I don't know if you're watching, but you gotta see this. Hold on.
I'm seeing it, yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna go into... Oh. And I only play on hardcore, so if I die, I'm dead. Bear in mind. Alright, where am I going? This way. Let me get my bearings here. This is what happens when you sit here for an hour talking about nothing. When you're gonna play a game, and you let the game sit there, and you're like, what am I gonna do? It's like you're like saved on the high rounds of zombies, and then you're just like, oh man, I better just get some Coca-Cola, a couple 2 liters.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the days.
Yeah, I played in 4. I did play a little bit of everyone, and they had Necromancer in that as well.
What makes this really broken and is going to make it more broken soon is so the skeletons are revived automatically, so I don't have to do anything, and the golem. They're just revived automatically. I can command them or the golem, and at a cost of my essence. But if I just don't, because of my equipment, I have a over 50% damage reduction, like, modifier. And so the revive skill, which brings back up to 10 enemies, is free. It lasts for a while. I forget how, I don't know, let's how long does it last? 19 seconds. And once I get a certain piece of equipment, they'll really last like forever. Like there's 1 or 2 pieces of equipment I need to get, and then when I'll start reviving things, and they won't time out. They'll last forever, and they'll be indestructible. They won't take any damage. This I mean, I'm just playing this for the first time, this class, but it seems absolutely broken. Like, I mean, the fucking Warlock in Diablo 2, I mean, is way better, but, it's, you know, it's like, oh man, here's this game I played 10 years ago. Oh, it's out on Steam. Oh, they added a new character or something, and then you play it, and it's pretty much just kind of like playing with Game Shark in.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they do that so that way, like, I don't know, you know where games sometimes they have hand holding and they need it, but then there's the games where it never had hand holding and we figured it out, right? And I don't know if Diablo really qualifies. Like, I mean, like, how much hand holding would you really need to figure out fucking Diablo? But it makes me wonder if they add these new classes, these like mega classes that are just fucking broken. Are they making it as a love letter thank you to the fans that loved the game over the last million years that the game's been out? Or is it to attract new people because the new people wouldn't like all the old classes because they're not like, I don't know, meta or something. I don't know, I don't fucking say it, but they add these things, they add the baby wheels in for people, I'm thinking. Although I guess this wasn't, I mean, the Necromancer wasn't that too divorced from, like, when the game came out, was it?
I don't think so. It was like I think the Necromancer on this one was a separate DLC. So I'm not sure how.
Yeah, it's not like it came out, like, 20 years later. Yeah, not with the game, obviously, but, because the first DLC would have been the Crusader.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was.
Yeah, most people do. Right. Everyone forgets the Crusader.
That, like, I forgot it was a DLC because you would think that, like, you know, the Crusader or Paladin type guy, you'd think that'd be there from day one in a game, you know, where you kill demons.
Well, on that exact same point, you'd think the Necromancer would be there from day one because of what Diablo 2 gave us as an expectation, and instead we got the fucking Witch Doctor with his blowpipe.
Fucking Diablo 4 as the Crusader as the fucking DLC as well, the new one.
Yeah. What are the classes in Diablo 3 or 4?
You have mostly returning ones. I think it was Sorcerer, Barbarian, Necromancer, Rogue, and I think there's someone I'm forgetting.
Did you say Rogue?
Yeah, Rogue.
Really?
Yeah. Rogue,
that's interesting.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, but there's the other DLCs which have new characters completely. The first one has the Spiritborn. Spiritborn is like a kind of tribal warrior type guy. You use like animal spirits and powers and such.
Alright. Like a druid.
There's... Oh yeah, Druid. Excuse me, Druid is a class I was forgetting. I was forgetting one of them. Yeah, Druid is in there as well. And then Spiritborn, kind of a tribal warrior. You got some animal themed powers and stuff like that. The new DLC has the Paladin, which is just a Crusader. And I think they're also adding the Warlock as well. Because the DLC has two classes, I think. So it's the Paladin and the Warlock. I have no clue what the Warlock does.
What the fuck is this? Consumable.
Shout out to Consumable.
Okay. I've been getting a few of these where it's like, use this on an item to add a socket. And it's like, that's fucking awesome. right? Like, I don't know if you had facets and sockets in 4 where you like here's an armor,
yeah.
and then like here's one that you can plug something into, like this right here, on what's on screen here.
Yeah, you put stuff in it. Yeah.
Oh wow, you're immune to Desecrator, Molten, and Plagued Monster ground effects. Even the explosion? Really? That sounds awesome. But let's see. I could add a socket to something, but I think I read about this the other day. It has to be, you can add a socket to something. Can I add a socket to that ring that I found? Right? The one I said, like, oh, it's good, but, like, it's not good enough, right? Okay, what do I think I want to do that one. What's this gonna get? Oh, no, I want to do this one, for sure. Okay, level 25. I'll get it up to that minimum. Wait, level... More thorns. Or level up this thing. You know that superhero meme where there's the 2 buttons? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is... I guess, I mean, this one has a guaranteed success. This one, though, if it works, it'll just help me do more of these runs. I'm just gonna go for it. Come on! Fuck. Alright. Well, that's what happens. Alright. And I'm guessing that game had, like...
to town.
Like, what's it normally called? Permadeath, right? There's permadeath mode where you play...
Yeah, there's a hardcore mode.
There's a hardcore mode? Okay, so that's... If I were to play 4, which is unlikely, because I don't think I liked it. But...
I got it for free because it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I got it for free.
That sounds like the perfect way to get that game. Oh wait,
yeah,
so
it is.
Here, is this it? All right, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can use this thing I just got on that ring that I just got.
No.
Well, I guess that just answered that. The Necromancer's just straight up said no. The computer says no. Right? Like,
Computer says no.
well, what does this thing say? On an weapon. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should maybe if I read the thing, it would have right. But I guess I probably have some weapon that, like, if it only had that socket in it, would be the best shit ever, right? Like that item that's like it's just good. It's like the ultimate butterface, right? Right, the ultimate butterface, where you know that she's good from far, but she's far from good. But if you gave her that socket that you could plug something into, then she'd be all then she'd be all right. Oh, what the fuck? There's got to be something here. So it's got to be a weapon, and I'm gonna need something that's stronger than nearly 3,000 damage. With one hand, that's going to be incredibly unlikely. No, I don't think I'm going to have anything nearly as good as that. It's the best thing ever. It's the final countdown. But I'll put this away. But yeah, I've got like this piece here that I just need one more piece of it. I could put a couple of them on, and then suddenly all of my monster revives are permanent, sort of thing, and like until like I guess I quit and reload, right? And so I'm pretty happy with that. That sounds like a good plan. You know, where it's entirely equipment dependent, but there you go. Sounds good. So you've never seen Diablo 1, I imagine. You've never seen the first Diablo.
I've seen just like a few seconds of gameplay, I believe.
A few seconds of gameplay. Okay, hold on. I want to check.
It's because I was watching, it was like a Diablo lore video, and they had, obviously covering the first game, and so it's got a few seconds of gameplay there, a few minutes.
Diablo. Let's just see. On Blizzard.com. On thing. It is... Oh, come on. Why is it $15? Really? Are they doing like an EA and they're like, well, we'll charge you $15 so that way you'll want to buy Diablo 5 instead? Right? You know, like... No, they really don't want me to go back to the moon for some reason, right? Like, I know that Tank Dempsey wanted to be a Space Marine, but they don't want me to go back because they're making it really, you know, prohibitive to go. I can't go back to Black Ops because I'd have to pay full price, and I ain't fucking doing that. Is this what I'm saying? Because it was all left
I'm
behind.
sure it'll go on. It's on sale on Steam like once in a while.
Never. Maybe they'll you know what they'll do? It's like they'll be like, it's on sale now. We've reduced it by 1 cent. You're welcome, atheists.
I'm just saying, man, the Steam summer sale is always like 90% off of like nearly fucking everything.
I'm just gonna see here, like $15. Would it be worth it? I've been kind of talking about getting Diablo 1 and playing Diablo 1 on stream for a while now. And a lot of people have not really seen or experienced Diablo 1. The only thing is that I feel like it's not been updated at all. So it would look just like it did then, but on modern monitors with whatever, you know, yada yada, you know what I'm going to say. And it will look like a game from the 90s. It will play like a game from the 90s. And I feel like a lot of people's, like, TikTok brain will TikTok in and will probably tune out of Diablo 1 because it doesn't have the, like, the J.J. Abrams lens flares and the Michael Bay explosions of modern games. Maybe I'm just cynical, but that is exactly what I think. But I can always be proven wrong. What the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, so this will be great. Now I'm really defensive. I'm a really spicy boy now. I'm like that angry chihuahua that like isn't really angry, but like your hand's near his food bowl, even though he just came to you for food and you're putting food in the bowl, but like you're holding his food bowl, so now he's right. You know, like Arch Warhammer when he rolls his R's, you know, he's like, and he turns into an angry, you know. I'm sure he's a great guy and all. I'm sure he's great. And this is the one thing that I just keep saying, and it's just me being a dick. But it's like, he's got the same hair color as like a chihuahua, and he does the R rolling thing. So it's like, so like, I really would, like, I would love to have a little video where, like Animorphs, where Arch turns into a chihuahua, where he's like rolling his R's and then it like turns into a chihuahua sort of thing. Yeah. I would love it.
I think he takes himself a bit too seriously. That's all I'll say. You know, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Well, he's he's I can go higher in difficulty. I can go higher in difficulty. I'm going to level 31, Jackler. Level 31. Wish me luck. Oryx wishing me luck. Fucking Oryx on my side. I don't know who that even is. Damn. Is he like the blue ghosty guy you meet at the Ancients? Like, I have no idea.
This guy doesn't care about the lore.
Oh man, they're not respecting the lore. Oh man. So yeah, I can just sit behind enemies or behind my row like this, and my character, because of the way I'm set them up, has 95,000 thorns damage. And one of their passive abilities gives all of their minions 200% of their thorns. So all of my minions have 190,000 thorns, right? From doing the... I said 95, right? So they're doing a decent chunk back of stop hitting yourself, right? And because of the way that I've given myself a bunch of damage reduction and like enemy evasion sort of thing, with like optimal speed, moving, all these sort of these attributes, right? You know, like being able to kite around in the high rounds, and you've got Jug, and like you're good, and you're not gonna run out of stamina. Like this is like I'm reaching for some stamina up tonight right here with my build, and it helps me to hunt down the big targets, so I can avoid all the little punk bitches, go right to the big ones that I want to take down, and be able to proceed. You know, looking at the progress bar, though, I might be fucked here, so I might actually totally not do this. We'll see. I went up 2 difficulties, and maybe that's too much, I don't know. 2 difficulties too much. Slathe will be back in James Bond's movie. Too Slathe, Too Beautiful. Featuring Jackal 1, soundtrack, Kissed by a Rose. Right.
Soundtrack Panama by Van Halen.
With the Batman Forever soundtrack, as covered by Jackal 1.
Order now with your Batgirl.
Get the Batgirl nipples today if you pre-order now. You ever wonder about that? How come Batgirl was the only one that didn't have bat nipples in Batman and Robin? Batman had them, Robin had them, but Batgirl didn't have them. That seems a little bit sexist of the Bat.
I agree. It's just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? Like, I think, you know, there could have been some more bat nipple for Batgirl, just to make it, like, equal, right? You gotta free the bat nipple. Batgirl, free the bat nipple. That's the name of a Batgirl movie right there. Batgirl, free the bat nipple. Or is that like a that's more of a behind the scenes title, isn't it? Right? Behind the bat nipple?
God, I remember the fucking Batman show, Jesus Christ.
Remember when they made the Batman and the Joker was like for some reason some kind of caveman with like a spiked mace purse that he flung around to beat people with because he was the Joker?
I think I've seen it.
You never saw the Batman? That was the one.
There was like a animated show called The Batman.
Yeah. The animated show, The Batman. The one that had the same tone as, like, the 2002, like, Ninja Turtles or Extreme Ghostbusters or something like that. The one where it was, like, it's dark and you're meant to watch this show around, like, Halloween or something kind of cartoon. Yeah. You know those cartoons? The ones that, like, they really don't... That's a terrible tone to make. Like, what are you, the Addams Family? So... Yeah. And then that one, the Joker's like this, like, muscle brute, like fucking, I don't know, fucking goon. He's this caveman guy, and he's got like, I don't know, a leather purse with big spikes, protrusions on it that he beats people with, because that's his weapon, his like main weapon. Yeah. Nothing's good anymore. Everybody's Stan Marsh. Everything's shit.
Everything's shit.
And then of course, you know, it's like they, if you don't like it, they try to make you think you're crazy. They label you as evil. Well, really, it's just that it was just shit. And like, they might think, no, you just gotta come to terms that you're evil. No, you just gotta come to terms that show sucked. It sucked. Have you seen is there a latest season of Batwoman? I am a woman, Batwoman. Right, like, is that show still around? No. I wonder why. Is it still around? No. What about those Star Trek shows? You know, like Star Trek 1, Michael Burnham saves the day. Star Trek 2, The Annoyables. You know, I'm glad that Star Trek finally introduced, canonically through dialogue in the show, that Klingons have 4 testicles. You know, it's something that I've always needed to know, in this show that's meant to be subtly about social allegory and make people think.
They're the fucking Krogan from Mass Effect now, I guess. We're ripping off different franchises now too. Okay.
Yeah, they've got like the quadrascrote or something like that. Like they said something like that. They've got a quadrascrote now. So, whatever that's about. Like, you know how it's like, when did comic books and TV shows just become about the weirdos trying to express their fetishes in public? You know, like hi, my name's not Starfire or whatever, and things like that.
You've seen the Harley Quinn fart comic, right?
The which one?
The Harley Quinn fart comic.
No, I've not.
Oh, wow.
I have not heard of this. This is new, but it does not surprise me.
This is pretty old news. This
is old news. Wow.
Yeah.
It's an old fart. So it doesn't quite smell the same, you're saying?
Yeah, I think it was called like Harley Quinn's Fartacular or something like that. Should look it up.
No, I don't think I'm gonna. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think that I'm gonna do that one, Chief.
You don't want to look up the Harley Quinn fart fetish comic?
You know? No, I do not. There's a lot of things in life that I would like to try at one point, but Harley Quinn Fartacular issue number 1 is not one of them. Maybe issue 2 or 3 once the series is caught on in popularity. Right?
It's a one shot.
Once we get it in the DC animated universe, maybe. Right? Once it connects to that one where Darkseid kills them all or whatever.
Yeah.
What was that one? The one with like John Constantine in it and Superman.
Justice League Apocalypse, I think.
Justice League Apocalypse, like, what was it, like, Superman was, like, tortured into becoming a Darkseid robot guy, right? With, like, kryptonite and his tattooed on his face or something like that. What else was there? Did somebody just get, like, their arms ripped off or something like that? Most of them just ended up dying horrible, gory deaths. And that's why I kind of hate alternate universe stories. Right? If it's like Back to the Future and it's like, oh man, we've got to change the future, it's a little bit different, right? If it's like, we have to change the events to like make it different, that's kind of, but like, that's not really how it plays out. It plays out the same as like, you remember, did you see Doctor Strange and we're gonna kill off all the characters, you remember?
Yeah.
That. It plays off as that. What else is there? Marvel Zombies, anything with that kind of thing, where we're in a different universe and we can just kill off anybody we want. Deadpool versus the universe, Punisher versus the universe, whatever. All of those. They just seem like all they are is just for the purpose of just visualizing killing off the characters. And at a certain point kind of just makes it makes you think, but not perhaps in the way you want. Right? Where it's like, you know how if people are expressing their fetishes in these comics, what fetish is this?
Just want to see everyone get turned into zombies.
Give it more time.
Oh, you're fighting a big fat woman. Are all my guys dead? Revive some bitch tits. So what's going on? Is he like immune to the thorns? He's like, it took fucking forever. Holy shit, that took a long time. But I did make it through. Alright. So if I'm on a higher difficulty now, this should be easier, right? 60. You know what the funniest thing is? I'm playing on hardcore, so every time I do one of these, it's like, no deaths! +1 chance! And it's like, yeah, no fucking shit, game. No shit. I succeeded this without dying. Congratulations, you're a genius, game.
Way.
Yeah, like, oh man, wow. Alright, so I mean, 60% chance is alright. But I do kind of want to get this up there. But I don't need it to be this high to do that. But I do want more of this. Fuck it. I'm going to go with more and more and more and more thorns damage until I just can't. That just seems like a good idea. But let's do it. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. One more. Yes. Aww.
He's gambling.
Aww. Okay, I got 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 40,000 thorns damage from one item is pretty good, I think. I think that's pretty good. And the best part is, it's got like 120 more levels to go. So that thing's gonna be stupid. Especially, like, if I'm gonna be able to, like, take that off of this guy and put it onto, like, a level 1 character, and be like, go, level 1 character! Fight the last boss in the game on the highest difficulty, and the game is gauged to your level, but the experience bonus is gonna be this. And now you are, like, I really want to see what happens. I really want to see what happens. Because this, you know, this game scales on, like, a curve, depending on your level, right? But then I'm pretty sure it peaks at level 70, and then you have to adjust the difficulty, like, after that. Like, you can still adjust the difficulty within that and all that, but you have to do it manually after 70. So I really want to see level 1, maximum difficulty it can, which is totally doable, like, you know, safely. Go fight the last boss, have the last boss hit you once and die. Because it did more damage than the last boss has life. I've got to see it. I've got to see it.
Impressive.
Well, alright, it's a bit late for me, so I'm gonna be heading out.
Alright, Jackler. Good to have you here. Don't be a stranger.
It's always nice being here.
Give a big salute. And see you off back to the jungle.
Yeah, I'm defending my home against the mole men every day. I'm under assault.
Giga Jesus.
Yeah, gotta summon him. He's my stand, you know. He's my Pokemon.
You summon him using your Brazilian Ranger coin, right? And you morph into soccer, right? You kick the ball, it goes up into Jesus, he catches it, eyes glow, and then you jump up, ha! And then you go into the Giga Jesus, and then that's when you fight the crime. You fight crime.
Yeah, we fight crime. We just blow up the favela, you know, just laser beam out of the eyes. It's all gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, see you around.
Have a good night.
You too, man.
So do I want to do another one of these? I've got 2 more Rift Stones. So I could manage to fit a couple more in. Considering, you know, if I'm like, actually playing the game. Solo Necromancer, no 6-piece set leaderboard. What? What's he talking about? The butcher still inhibits its carver. Okay.
Let's see what happens, shall we? See you soon.
That is too expensive.
What's the best weapon that I can forge in the game? Can I forge, A scythe. What will this be like? Devastator. Fire skills deal more damage. Do I have any fire skills? Blood oozes from you. What? Sorry, what? What does that mean? Old skills. Weird. And wait, let's probably repair.
Geed was my father. Maybe you've heard of him?
Wow. Just name dropping Geed. Wow. I've got 5 million gold. Got 5 million gold. Got 5 million gold. Those are all done. Those are all done. That one needs to be done. Need 2 more of those. Okay, so if I... Okay. Right, I've got 1 of these. So I need 2 of these. I've got 2 of these, so I need 1 more of these. Ah, yikes. Might as well just do this. Just get some of the get the materials now, and then I can work on getting more, on upgrading these further later. And 5 million was a good way to cover that for now, but let's see. Okay, so... Oh, 1 of these isn't upgraded. And then what about this guy? 2-2, 2-2... 2-2, 2-2. Alright, so he could be better as well. I'm gonna keep pushing the levels up a little bit. Let's see if I can try to keep pushing the thorns up, and then if I can, be doing a fuck ton of damage there. Okay. Could be a problem. Or the thorns isn't like it's powerful, but at this point though it's not quite powerful enough. It would need to be made stronger to be able to compete at this level. The thorns needs to go up. Which I'm going to be doing in a few different ways, but... Oh, this isn't good. Let's go. Really behind. There we go.
grave beckons. That is not possible. A well-deserved death.
it more time.
So I can just kind of sit in the center. And kind of just tank some hits while healing. And when my guys are getting more kills, I'll start doing poison novas. I can revive them, and then also with all the thorns damage, there's going to be a lot of damage being sent back towards these champions here.
I must wait.
Okay, I'm a little bit ahead. Not much. This might be the wrong way. Come on. Watch out for those explosions. Watch out for those wrist rockets.
Give it more time. To recharge. Need essence. Give it more time.
Thunderstorm, shielding, teleporter, and plague.
That needs to recharge. Not enough essence. I must wait. That needs to recharge. That needs to recharge.
Prepare for a long fight.
Wow. Those are doing some damage there for a second. I do want to get the healing up even more though. That'd be really nice. When I had the other healing, it was if I stayed stationary, it went up to like 50,000 or something like that. And so I've not quite gotten that one gem up to 50,000, but it's up there, right? And makes a difference, right? So I kind of want to get that Vulcan Reflex thing out.
You, the fine corpse.
Looks like I'm just barely keeping up with the timer here. Also help.
This world can abide you no longer. I must wait. Weakness consumes you!
I was fortunate to get that, because that's really gonna help.
Weakness consumes you! I must wait. That needs to recharge. That needs to recharge.
What? Come on.
I must wait.
Fucking stupid dead ends. This one? There we go! Should be it.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Ring, pants.
What do you need?
So that's back up to 60. Or because it was still at 60 before. What do we have here? What's this? Is that the same thing? Occasionally haunts nearby enemies, and it has a socket. But damage reduction equal to my block, I kind of want that to survive. What's this do? Reducing the enemies.
I am returning to town.
What did I get? 2 levels into the thorns?
The blood runs. I have long waited for this knowledge.
Oh, so did I get 2 million for that? Okay, so you get more gold. Great, I've got 2 pieces of... wonderful. Alright. What's this one now? Oh, it's another one of these. Wow. What's this? Pestilence Master.
Fate smiles on you today.
I cannot afford that.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take a look. I can't believe what people throw away. I want to buy some of it.
$2 million. Now I just don't have enough gold. Just. my thorns. 99234. $99414. Okay, so that went up by, yeah. I'll need another one. Just to get the life up. That would be nice. Then over here. So now, if that was on Torment 7 or above now. So now that I'm going to go back to 5.
Prove yourself worthy of your birthright.
Weakness consumes you!
I'm going to be able to creep that thorns up like significantly. And this should get pretty easy. It should almost be like when, playing the game at the start.
That is not
if I can get it to that sort of level. I mean, to get the stones would be easy, and then the runs.
Do not fear the end. That needs to recharge.
Not a lot of meat in these gym mats.
This world can abide you no longer. Give it more time. They should have run when they had the chance. This world can abide you no longer. The night embraces you.
Not that way.
That needs to recharge. That needs to recharge. All must serve the cycle. I must wait. I must wait.
I wish I could take that off screen to disable that button.
Weakness consumes you.
The Rift Guardian has found me.
I must wait.
Three stones, nice.
Returning to town.
So now I'll get a little experience. Probably get a Paragon level, I'm guessing. Or no. Have I now reached the point where level 5 is too low? So I finally caught up with it. All right. Even though I was selling the different flavor, I'm pretty sure, right? But I could probably easily just get more.
Hello there. Do come back
That
again.
is too expensive.
Well,
our journey has been long, my friend. I can see the toll it has taken on you, the weight you carry. I never imagined this burden when we first met in New Tristram. But how could any of us know where our paths would lead? You have conquered many foes, but there are always more waiting in the shadows. It is clear to me now that your duty is without end.
Wait. I must wait. I must wait. Give it more time.
All right.
My master would take pride in this.
What's this? Pestilence Master. So it's like all of the ones are the ones they aren't the ones I want.
I am returning to town.
When wielding the powers of blight, it is wise to protect your face. Imrus designed these gloves to help him channel the awesome forces at his command. Ogwyd was the only warlord to successfully lay siege to Ensteig, but in the end it proved to be his undoing. This laurel represents the wisdom of the scholar, Deckard Cain. That's right, Cain. Deckard Cain, motherfuckers. It's Deckard Cain, fuck. It's Deckard fucking Cain, man. It's Diablo. If he was there, I would have taken it. But he wasn't. Was he?